We're in Porto! In this video, we're going to be showing you our top 10 places to visit around the city.
While you are here in Porto, you have to take one of the old trams. It is such an iconic thing to do. We are taking one to Foz, which is a seaside coastal town.
So it takes about 23 minutes to get out there, and it costs €3 per person. Pretty cheap ticket for going on one of these really old trams.
And you can buy tickets on board. Oh my gosh, I love how it is decorated on the inside. It is so retro looking. You have the old lights and it's all decorated with wood in the interior. And even these seats look retro. It is so cute. Oh my god, it like rang a bell. That's so cute. The guy just like looked at me, the driver. He's like, what? We're already stopped.
You want to get off already?
Yeah.
We arrived into Porto yesterday and it was bright blue sunshine and over 30 degrees. It was so hot and sunny. Now today we've woken up and it's actually quite cold and foggy. It is so strange. I really feel like you can have 4 seasons in one day in this city. So crossing fingers is going to clear up a little bit for us during the day.
I find it so funny that when the tram is going back the other way, the conductor has to come out and change the lines so that it is able to drive the other way.
We'd highly recommend catching the tram out here and just wandering around along the seaside in the small streets. It is so cute. And we're so happy that we found this gorgeous little cafe called Amelia. We just found out that it's actually a chain and it has a whole storyline. They also have a number of other ones in Lisbon and they're all named after dogs. Amelia is actually the girlfriend of the founding cafe dog called Nicolau. There's a whole storyline about it. There's cousins and yeah, it's so cute. I love it. It's so quirky. The decor is gorgeous. And most of all, the food.
The food was great. Very important part.
Delicious. Really, so yeah, definitely visit Amelia when you come to Foz because yeah, you'll have an amazing time. You come to Foz, make sure to bring your swimming gear because they have the most beautiful beach here. Well, at least it would be in the sunshine. Today is obviously very foggy, so we will not be going swimming today, but it looks great anyway. People seem to be still enjoying it though. There's plenty of people down there sunbaking, or should we say fog baking. The tram tends to get quite busy during the day, so if you want a quieter ride, make sure to come in the morning. Otherwise, you could be standing like us now on the way back into the city.
Yeah, we didn't get a seat and there was quite a lineup.
That's another tip too. So if you want to actually get a seat, make sure to turn up a little bit before the schedule so that you can sit down. Otherwise, you will be standing up and surfing away.
We have currently stopped because there's a car that is not parked within the lines and is blocking the track. So we are actually not able to pass. You can see how close the cars are actually parking on the side of the road. And yeah, it's not an ideal situation.
People from the tram actually got off and then pushed the car to the side to make way for the tram. That is so crazy, but I'm sure this happens on a daily basis. People are clapping and cheering. Okay, we're moving. Oh my gosh, woo! This has been quite the adventure this morning.
So it looks like the tram is taking a bit of a different route back, so we're going up the hill at the moment and there's some beautiful views over the city.
We are currently standing on top of the Dom Luís I Bridge. It is an iron double-decker bridge with a gorgeous view of the entire city. It is really cool. You can see the other 6 bridges in the background along the river. It was built in 1886 by a partner of Gustave Eiffel who built the Eiffel Tower. There is such a beautiful view of the tiled rooftops, the buildings, the boardwalk on either side of the river, the boats. You can even see people jumping from the lower level of the bridge into the river. Oh, the train is coming right now. Cars actually can't drive on the top level of the bridge. It is just for the train. There's even a view of a monastery from the bridge.
The cable car definitely makes our top 10 list because look at this view. Absolutely gorgeous. And what a great way to get down from up the top of the hill. You actually get a great view of the boardwalk underneath us. I can see there's some really cute markets today, so really looking forward to exploring that. There's also loads of restaurants and rooftop bars. A quick tip, make sure that you come before 3 o'clock in the day because you're gonna have the best light on all of the buildings. The cable car ride costs €7 per person and it takes around 5 to 6 minutes to get down from the hill.
We just arrived at WOW, which stands for World of Wine. It's a whole complex with multiple museums, they have restaurants, bars, and you can basically learn the whole history and production line of wine and do wine tasting as well. According to the website, this place has the wow factor.
Wow! Even the view is looking like a wow. There are actually 7 museums here at WOW. We have decided to do the wine experience. So we're going to learn a bit about the history of winemaking, and then I believe there's a bit of wine tasting at the end. So if you are a wine drinker, this should definitely be on your list when you come to Porto.
We are guessing the different wine regions based off the photo, and I think this is gonna be, I'm gonna guess China. China, I was right. South Africa? It's kind of random. No way. South Africa, Switzerland, Germany. I was going to guess Germany.
They have really set up this exhibition so nicely. They have these beautiful display cabinets showing the vines and also the different layers of soil. I've never really thought what's underneath the ground when I'm drinking the wine. This vine is actually really close to the soil. The grapes are basically touching the ground. I have actually never seen these types of grapes before. If you want to go into more detail, they have these QR codes that you can scan and you can get more information about the process. It comes in multiple languages.
So here you can learn about all the growth stages of the grapes. You can see here, we go through the pruning process, then early flowering, turns into grapes, and then harvesting and so on. So a lot of detail and information about that whole process.
And here we have a massive grape. I didn't know grapes grow this big. Here we have the seed, and then the flesh and the skin. And here they have a diagram showing the anatomy of the grape. It's really interesting to learn all about this. Don't just have to be into wine to come to this museum. It's also really interesting to learn about plants.
This wall is so awesome. As you're walking through, these images change to show the next step in the process.
There's even a whole cinema where they display a documentary about the history of Portugal's wine.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. We've just walked through this archway into this gorgeous little town, complete with little balconies and beautiful tiles, street lamps. They have really gone all out with this display.
It reminds me a little bit of Kidzania.
I think we have arrived at the wine tasting part of this experience.
I think my dad would like this one. Sorry, Dad. I'll ship you some from Portugal. That was such a fun experience. We have done wine tasting before, but we've never learnt how to properly taste wine, from the smelling and the swirling and the tasting. It was really interesting to learn about all of that. And they have really cute little graphics up here showing you exactly how to do it. These wines are actually so nice. We're pretty fussy when it comes to wine because we don't like anything that's too spicy or that kind of burns the throat. These were absolutely delicious. The white wine was so fresh, the red wine was really smooth, and the port wine is just the right amount of sweetness. So absolutely loving it. What would have really topped off this experience would have been a nice charcuterie board with some yummy ham and prosciutto and some cheeses. That would have really topped the experience off.
But it was really interesting to learn all of this and just find out how many types of grapes that goes into the wine and how long the whole process actually takes to make the wine.
If you're a wine enthusiast or if you just like wine, definitely come to WOW. It's definitely a wow of an experience.
This place is absolutely massive, so definitely make sure that you have a lot of free time.
I would say allow a couple of hours at least.
There are 7 museums.
And lots of restaurants and shops.
And wine tasting experiences.
You could be here all day. Let's face it.
When you're in Porto, you need to visit the promenades on either side of the river. They have such beautiful views of the entire city, the bridge, and all the boats going past on the river. There are also so many parks that you can sit at and just relax and watch the boats go by. Some easy ways to get to the other side of the river is to take a boat taxi, which takes you directly to the other side, or you can walk across the bridge and you get the beautiful views. There are also lots of cafes and restaurants, and they even have markets on today, so we're going to go explore that. Just keep in mind that the restaurants along the waterfront are more touristy, so they're probably going to be a bit more pricey.
There's so many cute markets here selling jewelry and clothes and souvenirs. It's absolutely gorgeous along here. What a great spot to have a market. We just walked into this massive food hall and wow, it smells absolutely delicious. It looks like a great place to have a bite to eat. There's also a number of bars as well if you want to get a drink. The smell in here is incredible. It's making me really hungry.
There are all pop-up restaurants around the outside and then there's all the seating in the middle. It has such a cool vibe.
All right, let's show you around. This is so cute. You can actually buy your own charcuterie board here. How nice. A couple of glasses of wine, a charcuterie board, take it down to the park. It'd be amazing. Oh my gosh, they have so much delicious food. I'm seeing pasta, fried chicken, pizza, so much amazing stuff. It is so busy in here. Definitely a very popular place.
The sooner that I get to find out.
That was literally the easiest way to get across the river, and it only cost us €3.50 per person. It took only 2 minutes. We have just arrived in the Riviera side of the river and wow, it is really happening here. There's live music playing. It's really busy and oh my gosh, the views are absolutely stunning. Check out the bridge behind me. It looks amazing.
Also, the buildings on this side of the river are so beautiful. They are covered in the most colorful tiles. It is so aesthetic.
I love it. It's a sardine. I've seen it on everything. Bags, tea towels, scarves, and you can also get a keyring with a sardine. It is so cute. More sardines. These are really cheap, only €1. It's so crazy. All the souvenirs here, so cheap. So if you're looking for souvenirs, definitely come to the markets along the riverside. Amazing prices. I love him. I'm calling him Fred. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh, I just can't. These souvenirs are too cute. Look at this. This gorgeous little cheese board. I want to buy everything. I love it. It is so nice. And it has the beautiful colored tiles. They're playing Mona Casper's wedding song at the moment. This is the song we danced to at our wedding. We could have easily come up with a top 20 for Porto. There is so much to do in this city. So make sure that you have plenty of time when you come for your visit. If you have lots of time, there are also loads of churches and museums you can also visit.
While you're here in Porto, you do not want to miss going on one of the beautiful river cruises. So we'll be going all the way up and down the river and we'll be passing the 6 bridges here in Porto. The tour takes about 50 minutes and it costs €17 per person.
The bridge we just went under looks a lot like Dom Luís I Bridge, but only with one story. You get some absolutely stunning views of Porto here from this boat, so it's definitely worth coming on this river cruise. The stream banks are just massive, so it looks really, really cool with all the houses. Very, very colorful houses located all the way up the riverbanks. And of course, there's all the churches and all the towers sticking up everywhere here. It looks really, really good. Definitely worth coming on one of these river cruises.
We have been passing by some insane apartments. Apartments right on the waterfront looking over this beautiful view. There's a path all the way from the inner city of Porto into Foz, which is where we went with the tram this morning. So if you don't want to take the tram, you can certainly do an amazing walk along the water. We are just going underneath the 6th bridge here in Porto and it opens up to the Atlantic Ocean. We are just passing one of the fishing villages along the water. It looks so wholesome. The buildings are just so colorful and it also has a harbor. We are about to take a funicular up the hill. It hasn't made it to our official top 10 list, but we can't be bothered walking up the hill, so we thought we'd show you an easier way. The price for tickets per person is €4. That was certainly a much quicker and less painful way of getting up that hill. We have just arrived in Rua das Flores, and it is such a cute walking mall. It has really nice cafes and shops along this street, and it is lined with such beautiful colored buildings with all sorts of different tiles.
Something I love about Europe in the summertime is all the music being played in the street. It's so nice. You feel like you have a theme song as you're walking around the city.
We're at this really cute luxury soap shop here along one of the walking malls, and it smells absolutely delicious in here.
They actually have Porto themed soaps. So all the packaging represents the beautiful tiles and the artistic designs around the city.
The packaging is just so aesthetic. I
Is
can't.
that not adorable or what? That is just the cutest. I love it. They also have a collection of perfumes, and we're just trying to decide on which one to go for. They're all inspired by different regions here in Portugal, including the mainland and some of the islands. Klaus Porto was actually founded in 1887. That's absolutely crazy. They have this gorgeous little museum up the top of this soap shop. You can see the history and how the company evolved. You can also see how the packaging has changed over the years. I love how they've still kept the retro, old-fashioned theme. It is so cute. Really interesting place and definitely worth a visit if you're here in Porto. Also worth a smell.
I absolutely love walking malls in Europe. I love the cute cafes, the shops, the live music along the street. It is just such a vibe.
I'm also loving all these colourful buildings. They're so beautiful. They seem to like yellow here in Porto. I love it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. There are so many cute specialty shops along the mall. This one is a port wine shop. The one across there is a chocolate shop. So many cute shops, and they have such a vintage vibe about them. I just love it. And I'm loving the packaging. They're so vibrant and really quirky.
I love how some of the facades of the buildings around Porto are covered in tiles, and they are so colourful. Some have patterns on them, some are even 3D. Like, I'm just looking at a building over here. Take a look at this. The tiles are actually 3D. That is so awesome. And along this street, all the facades of the buildings are different colors.
So this is my favorite part of the walking mall. It's a lovely square with some beautiful buildings and some really nice looking restaurants.
There are so many cute boutiques along this mall. I particularly love this shop called Natura. It is so beautiful, has so many gorgeous, colourful dresses.
This is supposed to be Ronaldo. It looks nothing like him. I don't understand. This is the worst wax figure ever.
We just arrived at Mercado de Bolhão, and it's a fresh fruit and vegetable market. Everything looks so delicious.
Oh wow, look how fresh these cherries look. They look absolutely delicious. I've just recently got into cherries, so we are definitely going to be getting some of these. They are €3 for a punnet, so pretty good price. It's a tomato. It's like the size of my head. I have never seen a tomato this big. I didn't even know what it was at first. I thought it was like a watermelon without its skin on. It's massive. Our first purchase are cherries. We're definitely gonna have a bit of a collection after we finish walking around, because there's a lot of nice fruit here.
They also have some delicious dried fruit as well. I loved dried orange. It's absolutely my favorite, and these look so delicious and fresh. Oh my gosh, we could be walking home with some big bags full of produce today. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that is. It is absolutely huge.
Oh my God, I actually can't lift it. That's actually like 20 kilos. Like, I'm not that weak. Is it a pumpkin? It's a green pumpkin? Let us know in the comments if this is a green pumpkin or if you know what this actually is, because it's very interesting and it's very heavy. Definitely get a good workout in.
We've come to one of our favourite sections, the cheese section. They have quite the selection, and it smells a little cheesy.
It does smell a bit cheesy. Who cut the cheese? They also have a butcher section selling loads of fresh meat.
We have just come to the seafood section, and they have dried fish here. You can certainly smell it. It's a bit fishy.
The seafood is so beautifully presented. Look at all this. It looks like an artwork, and it's so cool. You can just come to this market, grab some seafood. You can grab a glass of wine. They have a bar over there. You can grab some pastries and just sit down and relax and enjoy some fresh produce.
I just walked over to this stall, and for some reason I thought they were selling bars of soap, which wouldn't really fit into the fresh seafood section. But with a closer look, I can see they're actually selling cans of tinned tuna, salmon and sardines. But how cute is the packaging? I'm absolutely loving the packaging here in this city. They're really going outside the box. They have really quirky designs. Yeah, like a chili. I couldn't resist. I had to get one of these fresh fruit juices. This is a passion fruit and mango juice. Nice and refreshing because it is so hot today. Absolutely delicious. So tasty. Just buying some strawberries and nectarines. It's so nice. They even wash it for you so we can eat them straight away. It's so great. And if you're familiar with our channel, you know that we love a good market. So of course, this place is on our top 10.
We've just arrived at Livraria Lello, which is the famous bookstore here in Porto. It is said to have inspired J.K. Rowling with writing her Harry Potter series. Apparently J.K. Rowling was an English teacher and used to live in Porto and visit this bookstore on the weekends. So it is assumed that this inspired her writing. It is one of the oldest bookstores in Portugal and said to be one of the most beautiful in the world. For a bookstore, which is usually supposed to be a quiet spot like a library, it is certainly not quiet. It is so hectic, so crowded. You're shoulder to shoulder with people and it is not a very relaxing experience. Tickets per person are €8 and you're actually on a time limit. You're supposed to only stay here for 15 minutes and then you're kind of ushered out, which I find quite interesting because you can also buy books here, so you're under a bit of time pressure, especially if you want to buy a book and see the place. I have to say, that is a pretty cool staircase. The ceiling and the staircase is completely covered in wood. It has a very old, historic feel in here. Fun fact, I actually have never read Harry Potter or finished one of the movies. I couldn't get through it. I didn't really like it. Sorry to all those Harry Potter fans out there that I just offended. I might have to give it another go. Also, you book tickets online and make sure you book early because the slots fill up really, really quickly.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool and kind of insane at the same time. It's really hard to kind of appreciate this beautiful bookstore because of the crowds. It is absolutely packed. You know that little sardine that I bought earlier at the market? That's exactly how we are feeling right now. Like sardines.
So apparently the whole top floor is built out of wood, and you can certainly notice that when you look around. All the railings, all the bookshelves, everything is in wood. It really kind of creates that special atmosphere in here, the Harry Potter atmosphere, I guess.
They actually have people directing you where to go and ushering people along because it is so busy. It would be absolute chaos without these people directing. This is one of the busiest and most chaotic bookstores I have ever been into. Definitely cool to come see, but definitely beware of the crowds. To be honest, I think they should let fewer people in at a time, but anyway, it's still cool.
After you finish visiting the bookshop, we definitely recommend going across to the square. They have some beautiful churches and a water fountain. Also, the surrounding streets are really gorgeous too. There's a nice park and also some shops and restaurants.
So we just made it across Dom Luís I Bridge, and it's a really lovely area over here on this side. You have the round white building in the background, which is a monastery, and there's a little park area where you can sit and just enjoy the view over the river and the other side of Porto. And there's some live music playing, so it's a really great spot to sit and chill. And in a few hours when the sun goes down, it'll definitely be a perfect spot to enjoy the sunset.
It is so busy here in the park. There are so many people. We recommend if you're coming for sunset, plan ahead, come a couple of hours before so you can get some of the concrete benches. Otherwise, you have to sit on the grass. If you end up sitting in the grass, you might get a wet butt. So bring something to sit on.
Nothing like a bit of good old Nirvana around sunset here in Porto.
He's got to be lightheaded after that one. That's crazy. I feel like we're at a rock concert right now. It's epic.
Literally can't hear a thing. We're front row and the speakers are like blaring at us. Cannot hear a single thing. Don't know how loud I'm talking right now. Whew. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hear a thing tonight.
What an amazing place to watch the sunset. We highly recommend it. Porto, you really turned it on today. We've had such an amazing time here exploring Porto. We hope that this video has given you lots of tips for when you visit the city. See you next time on Living the Joe Life!
So it looks like we're actually taking a different route back along the water, so we are up higher now, so it's quite a nice view. Bless you.
Salud.
I'm so sorry. It's definitely a wow of It's definitely a wow of Oh my god, I can't get my words out. I think I've had
Too much wine.
Too much wine. Oh, pretty baby, don't let me down. I love you, baby.
Great music.
Easy like Sunday morning. Okay.
Quando.
See it all over your lips.